Safeguarding Guide. Welcome to this safeguarding session. This session has been developed by Joe Hawkins from All About Home Care to give you a clear, practical understanding of what safeguarding truly means and what your responsibilities are when it comes to protecting vulnerable adults. We'll also explore what to do if you ever feel something isn't quite right and you need to raise a concern. Let's begin by outlining what you'll gain from this session. By the end, you'll know what safeguarding is and why it matters, the 6 key principles that underpin safeguarding work, what your role and responsibilities are as a carer, what abuse is, and how to recognize its many forms, who we consider a vulnerable adult, what whistleblowing involves, how to raise concerns or make a complaint, how to respond if someone discloses abuse to you, and finally, where you can go for more advice and support. What is safeguarding? At its core, safeguarding is about protecting an adult's right to live safely, free from abuse and neglect. It's about individuals and organizations working together to prevent harm, but also being ready to respond when harm or risk occurs. Good safeguarding also means supporting someone's well-being, making sure their basic needs like safety, nutrition, and hydration are met. This is as much about promoting dignity and independence as it is about preventing abuse. Who is an adult at risk? So, who exactly is considered an adult at risk? It's anyone aged 18 or over who needs care and support, is experiencing or could experience abuse or neglect, and can't protect themselves from that harm. Often, these individuals may not even realize what's happening to them is abuse. They might struggle to communicate, not have access to services, or fear speaking out, especially if the person harming them is a carer or someone they rely on. The 6 principles of safeguarding. There are 6 key principles that guide all safeguarding activity. 1. Empowerment, supporting people to make their own informed decisions. 2. Prevention, acting early to stop harm before it occurs. 3. Proportionality, responding in a way that is appropriate to the level of risk. 4. Protection, helping those who need it the most. 5. Partnership, working with other organizations and communities. 6. Accountability, being open, transparent, and responsible in every action. These principles ensure that safeguarding is carried out with respect, dignity, and fairness at the forefront. Barriers to recognizing abuse. Recognizing abuse isn't always straightforward. There are real barriers that can get in the way, including a lack of awareness or understanding, incorrect assumptions about a person's disability, poor communication, limited or outdated training, gaps in medical knowledge, and poor documentation. Being aware of these barriers is the first step to overcoming them. Key legislation you should know. Several important laws support safeguarding. The CARE Act, 2024, places a duty on local authorities to act on abuse or neglect. The Mental Capacity Act, 2005, protects those who can't make decisions for themselves. The Human Rights Act, 1998, guarantees dignity and freedom from degrading treatment. The Data Protection Act/GDPR ensures private data is handled safely. The Equality Act, 2010, protects people from discrimination based on who they are. Together, these laws give us a strong legal foundation to safeguard effectively. What is abuse? Abuse is any action that causes harm or distress to another person. It can be a crime, but not always. It can be intentional, but sometimes isn't, and still causes damage. It often involves someone in a position of trust, and it can happen anywhere. More than one type of abuse might be taking place at once. That's why awareness is key. Types of abuse and their signs. Here are the main types of abuse and their typical indicators. Physical, unexplained injuries, bruises, burns, or hair loss. Financial, missing money, unpaid bills, or poor living conditions despite income. Sexual, pain, STIs, or injuries in intimate areas. Neglect, poor hygiene, malnutrition, dehydration, or untreated medical needs. Emotional, low confidence, anxiety, fear, or sleep problems. Institutional, poor standards, rigid routines, untrained staff. Discriminatory, exclusion, unequal care, offensive language. Your role in safeguarding. Whatever your role, whether you're in direct care or behind the scenes, safeguarding is part of your responsibility. Encourage good practice and foster a safe environment. Always put the client's needs above convenience. Promote independence wherever possible. Stay informed and keep up with required training. Follow your organization's safeguarding and whistleblowing procedures. And most importantly, never ignore harm, abuse, neglect, or exploitation. How do we prevent abuse? Prevention is better than cure. That means investing in training, maintaining clear and open communication, supporting people to make their own informed choices, and acting early when something feels off. A culture of respect, awareness, and support helps stop abuse before it starts. Vulnerable adults and the risk of harm. Vulnerability often comes with dependency, and where there's a power imbalance, there's potential for harm. Abuse can be hidden, especially in private homes. In institutions, it can become normalized through poor routines or lack of training. People with conditions like dementia, sensory issues, or mental health challenges are even more at risk. It's essential that we stay alert and proactive. What is whistleblowing? Whistleblowing is when you report unsafe, illegal, or inappropriate practices in the workplace. It's a duty, not an option. You should raise the alarm for things like any type of abuse, unsafe care or environments, inadequate training, bullying, fraud, false records, or data breaches. Speaking up protects not just the individuals in your care, but your colleagues and your workplace as a whole. The 5 R's of safeguarding. When it comes to taking action, remember the 5 R's. 1. Recognize. Notice the signs. 2. Respond. Stay calm and take appropriate first steps. 3. Report. Follow your organization's procedures. 4th record. Write everything down clearly, accurately, and without judgment. 5. Refer. Pass the case to professional services if needed. Responding to suspected or disclosed abuse. If someone tells you they are being abused, reassure them. Tell them you take it seriously. Support their communication style and needs. Let them know you cannot keep it secret. You have a duty to protect them. Listen carefully, but don't press for extra details. Stay calm, non-judgmental, and respectful. Never contact the abuser yourself. Record what was said, using their own words. Keep it factual. Sign it, date it, and report it to your manager immediately. Raising a concern, step by step. If you have a concern, Stage 1, speak to your line manager. Stage 2, if you can't, or if nothing happens, escalate to the directors. Stage 3, if still unresolved, contact Adult Social Services or the Care Quality Commission. They will keep your identity confidential if you request it. Reporting procedure for carers. Once your concern is raised, the registered manager will assess and investigate. For serious matters, a safeguarding alert is sent to Adult Social Services. Police or other agencies may be involved. Most concerns can be addressed internally and swiftly before they escalate. Capacity and consent. Sometimes people cannot give consent or even realize they are being abused. In these cases, the Mental Capacity Act applies. Always assume an adult has capacity unless proven otherwise. If they don't, make decisions in their best interest. Ensure your actions are the least restrictive to their freedom. And remember, adults have the right to make unwise decisions, as long as they understand the risks. External advice and support. Need more help? Reach out to Royal College of Nursing, Social Care Institute for Excellence, SCIE, Adult Social Services /KCC, Care Quality Commission, CQC, or contact Hourglass for confidential support. We hope this session has helped you feel more confident in recognizing the signs of abuse, understanding your responsibilities, and knowing how to take action when necessary. Remember, safeguarding is everyone's responsibility. Stay alert, stay compassionate, and don't be afraid to speak up. Thank you for taking the time to be part of this vital conversation.